This is a Bitcoin technical analysis for June 4th. Seems like the king is sustaining. We have this channel as defined by these two touch points. One over here on 12th of May, another one here on 24th of May. And then we've got these touch points as well here at the top. So basically, we're in the middle of the range, which is the dotted line between the approximately 26,000 and about 28.3 thousand. And we're exactly at that mid range. However, as you can see through this purple line, and let's actually change it to make it from the low. This is an anchored VWAP, and price is sustaining and holding above this anchored VWAP. This is a good sign for the bulls, especially after the last throwing off of the bears and hitting those stops of longs that had short stops. Then we stopped exactly at the first standard deviation of that VWAP, and algos bought here. So this is again a bullish sign. In addition, we have the volume profile, and this POC is the line over here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. And it is currently at 26,925 approximately. So as long as we are above that POC, we are, in my humble view, bullish. And the target would be minimum, depends how you look at it. One could see minimum being that first standard upper deviation of that VWAP. So that would be 27,436, and also creating a new high from this price action. But more so, would be 27,731. Uh, Last but not least, I think that we have a possibility, as we're looking at this range, we have a bit of a wick off here, and we could be going up from here. So I think that as far as the upside is taken into consideration, I think it could be still a good long bet. And the way that I would mitigate that risk, I would say, okay, I'm entering now, okay, at 27,171, okay. The current price, let's say 172, it doesn't really matter. My stop would be below this low of 1st of January. So that low is 26,582. And it would also be lower than the first lower deviation as shown, as defined by this red line. Okay. And then my risk would be 2.28%. It's not small, and also you need to size up your position accordingly. But still, it merits, even if I go to the top of the range to again test these points, then already I'm at a 2.2 to 1 reward versus risk, which is legit. I could also further go say, okay, my stop, I'm going to go on a tighter stop. I'm going to state it below both the POC, as mentioned before, and also these lows over here of the 31st of May. Okay, so in this case, my stop, for example, would be at 26,819, for example. Okay, risking 1.3%, and my take profit target would be the same as before, and already I'm at a 3.5 to 1 reward versus risk. And of course, I could be taking a partial profit uh, at the value area high, and that's a 1.53, and then let the other 50% or so ride. This is an orientation at your consideration. So while it is in mid range, and while it is very hard to uh, state or read what Bitcoin is doing now, uh, because it is still sustaining above that POC and VWAP, anchored VWAP, then I think then it may be in a very interesting and a very early spot for some potential longs, because at this state their stops would be quite close. And then later, after we get out of this area, I mean, you could also be writing further on, because I mean, the good thing would be to actually let's look at the weekly, would be to let some of it ride, because you see these lows over here at 35, 36, we could be getting there as well. Okay. So I would be, if I catch along and I'm riding, I would keep some part of it to ride on a bigger bonanza all the way up to the 35K area. And some would even want to go even further than that. Depends on your risk appetite and your aspirations. But definitely, it's an interesting point to consider along. Thank you and have a good week.